How's it going, everybody? Welcome to the Positive Mindset Podcast, where we work together to raise our vibration, lift our perspective, and build a positive mindset. My name is Henry, and in this episode, we're going to talk about how to have a fulfilling life. If you are someone that wants to have a positive change within you, but then also share that positive energy with the world so that you feel like you're living with meaning, then this is going to be the episode for you, because we're going to talk about how to build that energy with yourself and then share it with those that are willing to grow along with you. But before we get started, we're going to take a few moments to slow down, zero in. We're going to take some deep, healing, meditative breaths to help us align on the frequency that we want in our lives. So you can pick a word. It can be love, joy, happiness, abundance, whatever frequency you want. And we're going to take a deep breath in. And as you're breathing in, you're going to say that word over and over and over again. Really charge yourself up with that energy. And then as you're holding your breath, visualize yourself doing something in that frequency. And then when you exhale, anything that no longer resonates with you will leave you and you'll be in a more positive state. So let's go ahead and take a deep breath in. And out. Well, we're going to do another deep breath. This one is about alignment, about getting ourselves in receiving mode so that we can receive the message that we need to hear to get us in that positive perspective. So just imagine that you were surrounded by the most healing, uplifting energy that's meant specifically for you. It could have a certain color, a certain taste, a certain smell, however you imagine it. And when you breathe it in, it's going to charge you up. It's going to break down the negativity, the blocks, the weight, everything that's just been holding you back. And then once you exhale, anything that no longer resonates with you will leave you and you'll be in a more positive state. So let's go ahead and take another deep breath in. And out. So I was having a conversation with somebody today, and they were talking about how do you help the people that you care about most? This could be your parents, this could be friends, family members. Like, how do you share the things that you're trying to apply with yourself so that they can grow too? Because the people that we're surrounded with affect us greatly. They can either uplift us or bring us down. And if it's somebody that you care about, you want them to be a part of the positive energy that not only you're feeling, that you're trying to share with the world. But here's where our mission becomes extremely important. Not only is this mission what helps you stick to your goals, but it gives you peace of mind and understanding how this experience actually works. You're not here to specifically help anybody but yourself. But this isn't a selfish form of help. You're here to uplift yourself so that you can be the example and give that version of you away to the world. So in its full effect, it's a very selfless act because you are striving to be the very best version of yourself so that you can give that best version of yourself to the world. When you give your power, your energy, your love, your forgiveness to the world, that is an extremely powerful gift. But we are to be the example. We don't force people to do what we do. We don't force people to adopt the thoughts, the processes, the actions that we are starting to live by. Because if we did that, it's not their choice. So they're not truly growing like they need to. If you want to truly understand something, you have to create it within you. You find the knowledge, of course. You find the experience. You go through that hardship. But then you decide that you are going to create a different energy, that you are going to start experiencing life differently. And when you do that, that's when you truly grow. If somebody starts forcing you to do something and they're strict about it and it's confined and you're not getting the free will opportunity to make a mistake, to not be the best version of yourself and then heal on the other end, then you're not truly getting that growth. You're only operating in that energy because they're making you. As soon as they stop, you will most likely fall out of the frequency that you're in. And this can be for something good or something bad. People can pull you down with this energy, or they can lift you up. but ultimately it's to create it within yourself. So when you start adopting this philosophy of I'm going to be the best me so that I can give that version of me away to the world, it encourages you to do the things that are best for you. You can lead a horse to water, but you can't make them drink. That's the understanding that we have to have here. You will be the water, you will be the example, and then those that have made the decision, those that are ready to uplift themselves, will drink from your energy. They will come to you and they will learn from you, and they will be thankful because of the example that you set. This is why self is not so important. This is why the growth of everybody is the ultimate goal. It's not about just helping your family members, just helping your friends, your coworkers, like the people that are closest to you. Of course, it's easier to want to help somebody that we love. It's easier to be motivated to want to help the people that are in our daily lives, and hopefully you can. But everyone is equal. The person you don't know and the person you do know, their energy is just as valuable as our own. So that's why we become the example. We go through the hardship. We decide to be the hero in our story. And then we give that version away by our daily actions and energy that we give the world. People watch you way more than they listen to you. That's how people understand your energy, your actions, your presence, how you conduct yourself is what matters. It's never what you say. That's why it's so important to not only learn this stuff, but to put it into action. There's a powerful saying, to know and to not do is to not know. So think about the end game being what you're giving to the world. There's this thing that I've been building. It's a journal that I've been putting together that really focuses on 3 aspects of raising our frequency. There's the input. This is like what you're listening to, what you're watching in the world, what you're absorbing, what you're reading, the energy that you're around, what's inputting into your energy. Then there's the middle stage, the operation, the flow. Are the actions in alignment with what it is that you're receiving? Are your thoughts in alignment with what it is that you're receiving? If someone's giving you positive information, if you're reading or listening to positive podcasts, but then you're having negative thoughts all day, that is not in alignment. The next step has to flow through with that. And then the third, which is being the example, is what are you putting into the world? How are you speaking? How is your energy being received that's going out of you? When you think about that, when you think about yourself as these 3 dots in alignment that are all connected, when you move that first one up to the frequency that you want, the other 2 are still hanging below in the frequencies that they're operating in. So you have to move the next one up and the energy starts to flow through. And then when you upload the last one to where it's supposed to be, then that energy starts flowing through you and you start operating in what's called flow state. That's where the abundant energy comes from. That's where the endless motivation, the endless excitement to continue in a frequency comes from, when all 3 of those things are in alignment. When all 3 of those things are in alignment, you are not just giving from yourself, you're connecting to source of whatever energy. So that's how you can give infinitely. That's how you can avoid the energy vampires. They stay away from you because you have endless energy that pushes into them, that they either have to adapt and start uplifting themselves, or they move away because they can't take that kind of light. They can't take that kind of frequency. And as you go through this experience, whether you're going to work, whether you're going to a party, whether you're going to school, a family function, wherever your being is, you are constantly flowing this energy. You are an abundant source of uplifting water, and those that are around you have the option to drink. That's the best gift. That's where the most fulfillment, that's where inner peace comes from. Operating at a high level and giving at a high level. It's not just about giving financially or giving in physical sense. Absolutely you can. I want everybody that listens to this podcast to be super rich so that you can give and support where it's needed. Of course, the physical gifts are important, But the energetic energy exchange, the knowledge, the example that you set, that inner peace that you're able to give is the most important. More people that are struggling, that are hurting, would benefit from a positive mindset, a peaceful core, a settled inner being than a lot of money. You give them the physical stuff and they'll be just as miserable, because more physical amplifies the opportunity to be who you currently are. If you are someone that's positive, loving, forgiving, then when you accumulate more, that should expand who you truly are, as long as you keep in practice with what created you in the first place. So the abundance is great. But if you just give the physical stuff, if you just give a piece of it to somebody that's struggling, it's going to amplify the struggle within them. In fact, it'll even make it worse, because for a moment, they'll feel better. When you give them the thing they don't need, they might enjoy it for a little while, but then it's going to compound the problem. So align on this. If you want purpose, if you want a mission that nothing can shake you from, envision this version of yourself at any age, whether it's a teenager, middle-aged, older, however you view yourself. There's no wrong time to be the best version of yourself. In fact, the challenges are different on the different stages of your life, which gives you a different understanding. As you go through life, things become harder, the body's not the same, situations are different, and that's all part of the expansive love that you're trying to understand. The expansive forgiveness that you're starting to absorb and become comfortable with. So align on being this version of you that you're constantly giving, and just envision the people that receive it. Hopefully it's the family member, hopefully it's the spouse, hopefully it's the friend, the coworker that you care so much about. But in the end, you be the example, and those that are ready to receive, well, that's how you become the rising tide that lifts all ships. Well, thank you so much for listening. I hope this episode was impactful and gave you some motivation, some focus on what you can do to create the version of you that is so meaningful and so impactful in this world. If you want to make sure you don't miss a single episode, make sure you subscribe to my email list. There's a link down below. It will keep you up to date with every single episode. And if you want to follow me on social media, there's my Instagram and TikTok down below. I appreciate all the follows there. And then of course, there's the Positive Mindset Facebook community. If you want to join that, this community is growing. We're starting to have more coaching calls, more get-togethers for people that are looking to grow. On Mondays, we currently have a fitness challenge going on. This is going to be a 12-week challenge. It has already started, but you're more than welcome to join. It's absolutely free. It's just a chance to grow and expand in your health and wellness. We are also doing some mindset stuff. Right now, we're currently focusing on boundaries, but that course is on Thursday. So if you'd like to join that, you have to join the Facebook community. There's Zoom meetings. They're a lot of fun, and it's just so great connecting with everybody. Well, thank you so much for listening. Have a great day, and I can't wait to talk to you next time.